Good evening, champions. End of day 42. Man, today was a doozy. Absolute doozy. A lot happened the last 2 days. But before we get started, this is the Contractor Charity Challenge. I bet 100 grand I can build a $2 million contractor in 180 days with just a truck and $100. If I lose, 100 grand goes to Operation Underground Railroad. If I win, O.U.R gets 10% of the company being built. So today and yesterday, yesterday was really interesting. So that 4 to 500K, 1,000 square foot ADU that I thought I lost, back in play, baby. I fired off a tactic I call the design challenge, where if my design proposal gets declined, I offer to get them to redline in the design process with a floor plan, conceptuals, 3D model, and a running estimate for less than $697. In this case, I waived the $697. I'm going to go ahead and bet $500, mainly because I so egregiously flubbed the sales presentation because I'm a bonehead and was moving too fast and didn't bother to make sure that the logo and the city inside the design proposal template was correct. But anyway, so I got some credibility I got to win back, and that was the carrot I used to bring him back to the table. Anyway, today pitched well, first we got asked to prepare a proposal for a whole house remodel of a $2.6 million, it says addition in the notes. It's actually a whole home, a $2.6 million house purchase, where the realtor is representing both the buyer and the seller. Freaking awesome. Also pitched a 400 to 500 square foot addition. I know it said K. I meant to say square foot. Sorry, it's late. It's 10 p.m. I've been running hard since 7 a.m. Yeah. So the thing is, we just couldn't connect. There's no amount of value engineering that I could get the low end of the project down to the high end of their budget without just straight lying to them. And I'm not going to do that. We were about $140,000 between their budget and what I knew the project was going to cost. So I gracefully had to take our name out of the running. And the way I did that was I explained to them that, sounds like bringing NSS home into this project would be like hitting a finishing nail with a sledgehammer. And if you guys are open to it, I may be able to pass you to a more economical referral, but I don't see how we, with our cost structure, we could get down there. So, very, very ethical way to, without hurting anybody's feelings, because this was a referral. But yeah, there's just absolutely no way in good conscience I could represent that their budget was sufficient. And that's unfortunate. So evolving strategy, guys, I just got hit with 2 giant bills from Meta for my ads that have been going full bore at $100 a day. So yeah, I've spent $1,500 on Meta ads, and so I have $4,500.81 to my name in this project, and I've been at home. So I've turned off ads, and ads will stay off until the kitchen goes to build. Now, when that kitchen goes to build, we're going to continue working realtors and designers because we can't stop not marketing. Okay. And you have to understand that all business is purchased. All right. Even your word of mouth was purchased with your time and your reputation. Okay. So if all business is purchased, the currency is either your time or it's cash. So I'm getting super short on cash again. So I got to ramp up the realtor marketing. Fortunately, it's bearing fruit. I've had two really nice whole home remodel referrals from realtors so far, and we only have 7 relationships. So that's bearing fruit. I'm gonna have to double down. I'm gonna have to hit that hard. I'm flying back to Seattle tomorrow. I have a meeting on Thursday with an international architect who counts several billionaires as clients. That's somebody you're going to meet with in person. But while I'm back in Seattle, I'm going to hit the realtors. Not hit them. I'm going to meet. I'm going to schedule a lot of meetings. I'll just put it that way. And the strategy there is to get realtor referrals that I'll play the volume game to put under contract, and then I'm going to feed the design piece of the contract to 1099 independent designers, independent showrooms that don't have contractors associated with them. And just like you would subcontract framing to a framer if you didn't know how to frame. And I'm doing that so that, basically one hand, I scratch their back, they scratch mine. They're used to getting beat up, especially the good ones that have business. They're used to getting beat up by contractors looking for work. Very rarely do they have a contractor coming to them with business in hand to joint venture on. And then that'll give me the opportunity to showcase that we have the strongest processes for both design and build out of any design build remodeler across the country. I'll stack my remodel commander people up against any of y'all, and designer, and they're going to whip your ass. It just comes down to slippage. That's what it really comes down to. Your average RC doesn't have slippage. They operate in grippage, meaning the project performs better than estimated. But anyway, enough bragging, enough showboating. The point is, when I take these designers through my process, they see that, number one, some of them feel insecure that my team understands their business better than they do. Others feel relief because they're creative types, and finally they have somebody that can be, the leader, and all of them feel comfort and security when they look at our build process and how we can guarantee the project is built on time, to standard, to budget. And when I walk them through that, they're like, yeah, you're the guy. That's how I won that meeting with that billionaire. He was not billionaire, that architect to billionaires. He was shit testing me like you wouldn't believe last week. And so, feeling like my integrity, my professionalism was being questioned. I started, I FaceTimed him and booted up a screen share of my build process and took him through how every single step has task, purpose, quality control checklist, and standard. 58 steps in design. And yeah, I'm just here. I'll even show you guys what I mean by that. When I took him through our build process, oh man, it was like his tone changed. It was like taking candy from a baby. So yeah, I'm looking for build process detailed description. Yeah, so I've got the entire build process broken down into 31 steps. And each step, I show them how I'm able to control and enforce quality via checklists that my subcontractors have at least 50% of their pay tied to the checklist, because I don't allow them to buy material. I buy it. And the reason for that, obviously, yes, it eliminates it eliminates a level of markup, but more importantly, whoever controls material controls the schedule. Okay. And I, as the general contractor, am the only one accountable to the homeowner for the schedule. So why on God's green earth are we delegating control of our construction schedule to subcontractors who are probably not, they're not that trained in business yet? I say yet, otherwise they would be me. So absolutely not. And so because these are all material jobs, you know, requesting a 50% deposit is a non-starter, more like 10%. And you know, with weekly milestones leading to the 50% payment when this entire checklist is signed off, not only by my project manager, but also the lead designer. That's the key right there. That's how he was like, oh, you're the right guy. So anyway, big meeting Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow there's a big pitch. I'm sorry, Wednesday big pitch with about another 1,000 square foot addition that I'll do over Zoom. Thursday is a big meeting with that architect. Thursday is just jam packed with realtor and designer meetings to make the most of me being on the ground. I'm going to meet with Neelam, my favorite realtor in Seattle. She's the one that's passing us the opportunity to do a whole house remodel on that $2.6 million transaction. But yeah, so today was kind of a bust. I just couldn't make the budget connect on that 400 square foot addition on a referral, which is a bummer because no, I always hate losing like this because they're really nice people. But again, guys, it's like I can't put the business in danger. I can't. And I know my numbers. I know my numbers through and through. So anyway, tomorrow I'm going to be in the air. So if you have any questions, I probably won't get one of these updates in. But if you have any questions, just hit me on Facebook, and happy to answer them for you. All right, guys, be good.